Hi, my name is Jeron Kerridge. I'm currently the owner and head strength coach here at Savage Strength Conditioning in Tigard, Oregon. I had the great fortune of walking into Sledge and meeting Mark when I was just 22, 23 years old. Up until that point, I had just recently started my own personal training business and was working as an independent contractor at a couple of different gyms. And before that, had worked as a personal trainer at a larger corporate gym. And so I really had no idea what I was doing or running a business. I was pretty decent at training clients at the time, but really the rest of it I was just kind of figuring everything out as I went by the time that I met Mark. And I can honestly say that had I not spent the several years working alongside Mark and getting to learn from him and vent to him along the way, that I would not be able to be in the position that I am today. I currently have a 2,000 square foot facility where I coach anywhere from 45 to 60 different clients per week. We do everything from competitive powerlifting to rehab and prehab work for clients with injuries to weight loss to just general strength and conditioning. And I've been able to grow the facility to this scale in just the last 4.5 years. None of this would have been possible if it weren't for the few years that I had spent working alongside Mark at Sledge. I learned how to design nutrition programs. I learned how to coach and cue clients. I learned how to be able to relate to my clients and convey information to them. And even more importantly, never stop learning more about my craft and questioning the knowledge that I already have. This is something that I've seen Mark go through in the years that I've known him. He's had several paradigm shifts in the way that he trains, and a lot of this comes down to his ability to always seek out new information and better ways of doing things and better ways of getting results for the people that he works with. And this is something that I've tried to model myself, and I think has been very influential in my success as a coach and as a business owner. Another thing that I learned while I was at Sledge was how important it is to create a family and create a sense of connection with the members of your business or of your gym or your tribe, if that's how you look at it. One of the things that was always very unique about Sledge was how connected the different people that came through the door were. Regardless of what walk of life they had or where they were at in their fitness journey or where they were at in their life, every single person in there knew and cared about Mark, and he cared about them, and they cared about each other. And that's another thing that I've tried to model in my business here. Although I work with people of every different kind of walk of life or injury history or ability level, the one thing that unifies all of them is everybody comes through these doors to get better. And that's something that I have tried very hard to replicate and to create that environment in my own business. And that was something that I saw modeled for several years while I was working at Sledge. Because of all of this, over the last 8 years that I've known Mark, I've been able to grow as a person and as a coach and as a business owner. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I had while I was there. And I recommend that anybody who's looking to, whether it's get in better shape or get stronger or, maybe even start a personal training business, definitely go talk to Mark over at Sledge. You will not regret it. He does listen to way too much Nickelback, and that does need to change.